This was a powerful message, but I also want us to understand something as well. All of the men that don't like women or women that don't like men, all of that right now is going to be, the head of that is getting ready to be cut the fuck off. And I'm going to say this, women, y'all don't realize, so-called black women, you hold a genetic key to life, and you don't realize that you are being set up to be pushed in the arms of an entity that's going to experiment on your fucking ass. You don't see that you're being set up for that. You can make this shit like you think you're the only intelligent species on this planet. You think there's a god in the sky and a devil in the ground, and we're the only life form that's intelligent, and anything that doesn't look like us is primitive. You have lost your fucking mind. And I want you to, this is not just for females, this is for men. But the males and the females, there is a wedge that's happening between so-called black women and black men. Reason being is that there is an upcoming event that's going to take place on this planet. And what do you do when you have women? What happens to women when they are completely in total fear? Women are going to jump into survival mode. So they will automatically run to anything or anyone that they think will save them. So even at this particular time and moment, after all the years that has been documented and recorded of the physical and psychological abuse of the complex cell, the so-called white man, the Asian man, the Arab man, all of the physical abuse for hundreds of years, even that, you feel more safer with him than your own creation. So now that you create this wedge, this you supersize the wedge, the separation between woman and man, because man ain't doing what the woman want him to do, and the woman ain't doing what the man is asking her to do. You create this super wedge, and then as you create this super wedge, you create atrocities on the planet. Hint, you shut down what you call the food stamps, subsidized living. You shut down the fact of her comfortability. Now she's even more in survival mode, because now she's thinking about her children. Now she's thinking about, oh my gosh, I want to be able to do this on my own. I don't want nobody. I don't need no help. Or now I need help. Who am I going to run to? Oh, I can't run to the so-called black man after I done told him that I don't need him no more. You know what I'm saying? But the white man seems like he's my savior. Oh, not only that, now you have another savior that's supposedly that's coming from the sky that has a mothership, and you can get on that mothership. And guess what's going to happen? You will be somebody's scientific guinea pig for quite some time. This is slavery happening all over again. You don't remember, according to slavery, how it all started, they all came to Africa with pictures and images of a god. And they said this was God. This is how it all supposedly started. The same thing is happening right now. Those that forgot their past are deemed to repeat it. So you believe that there is going to be a savior coming from the sky. You believe that there is a mothership that's coming from the sky. And what's going to induce and enhance your belief to believe that they're going to be your savior is the false flags and the atrocities that's going to start to take place on the planet to put you even more in fear. And not only that, because there is going to be a lot of boys that's going to be acting crazy. They're going to be acting like dictators on a fucking planet, because they're going to be like, no, you got to do this. You got to do this. Oh, I ain't trying to hear that shit no more. All of that. See, all of that's going to be taking place, and you're going to be like, you know what? I would feel safer with the white man, because he's going to give you a safe haven. He's going to pretend to give you somewhere, he's going to pretend to take you somewhere or put you somewhere that it's going to be safe, and you ain't got to worry about listening to what the black man have to say. You ain't got to worry about the atrocities that have taken place on the planet, because we're going to put you somewhere where you're safe at. In all actuality, you're going to be the fucking slave. You don't see it unfolding, but I do. This is happening all over again. The only difference is it's happening with extraterrestrials, happening with real life beings that have always been here. But guess what? They made it seem like they wasn't always here. So now they're going to make it seem like they just arrived. But before they get here, before they arrive here, there's a whole lot of tragedy that has to take place to condition you to condition you, to put you in survival mode, to get you to accept them and say, you know what? I feel safer with a foreign species. I feel safer with another species than I feel with my own creation, because only you can create the so-called black man. There is no other woman that can create us. And you don't know that this has always been about genetics. This had nothing to do about anything else. No resources. You're the number one resource. It's not about gold. It's not about silver. It's not about diamonds. It's about your genetics. You have the key. You hold the key to surf and navigate through the entirety of the cosmos. You hold the key to immortality. The so-called black woman. Only you. No other fucking woman. And if you fall for this bullshit, guess what? It's going to be slavery all over again. But it ain't going to last long. It's going to last long where you're going, but it's not going to last long for the people that actually see through the bullshit and said, you know what? I'm going to stick this out right here. My personality is not going to be to the point where I hate my creation. I hate my creation that allows the complex cell to use his mind to abuse his people. Those are the ones that I have a problem with. But as far as my sons, my true sons, no, I don't have a problem with my true sons. And those women right there are going to be the ones that persevere. It's going to be boys on this planet that act like fucking fools. Yes, it is. But it will be far more detriment to you. It will be far more detriment to you to be sitting on some fucking in some fucking spaceship or somewhere where you're being scientifically experimented on, someone's guinea pig, because that's what's happening. Abundance and gratitude to you all.
Argue with their feelings so that they're always right, because no matter what, your feelings are valid.
Fellas, if you're tired of dealing with women like this, I'm gonna give you a little get around that. If you recognize that you're engaging with a woman who will argue with her emotions, this is what you can say. Yes, your emotions are valid and they're completely correct. I will not invalidate, neither will I minimize your emotions, but I will not tolerate your behavior. Neither will I tolerate you minimizing my emotions, perceptions, or thoughts in order to make yours more valid. If your emotions are valid, mine are just as valid. Ladies, I'm gonna tell y'all this one more time. One, if you are holding a man accountable to actions without identifying how it is that your emotional responses interrupted him delivering that action to you, you're minimizing how it is that your emotional responses are preventing that man from meeting that need. That's one. Two, if you emotionally overwhelm men with the intention of getting what it is that you want at the end of that emotional overwhelm, in other words, you feign being upset in order to get what you want, that's emotional manipulation. I don't give a damn what you say. Three, you can only hold a man accountable to something that has been communicated and agreed to. In other words, if you talked around your need first and talked directly at your need second, then that man has the ability to call you out on your inconsistencies and your inability to make a decision as a red flag that's apprehensive for him to deal with you as a woman. If you expect a man to put you before his purpose or his own needs of self-care, and then turn around and get upset when he attempts to assert boundaries with you, if a man is identifying a pattern of your behaviors and how it is that it's impacting his emotional stability, and you deflect to you feeling some type of way because he called you out, or in other words, when a man brings something to your attention and then all of a sudden the conversation becomes about your feelings, that's mental gymnastics in order to avoid accountability for what it is that you've done, or because you don't regulate guilt well, you don't want to be held to altar for what it is that you've done. See, there are a number of men who will not call women out on their emotional diversions because of the patriarchy, G, and this is what I mean. The reason why there are so many toxic women that exist is because we allow masculinity to rob us of the emotional vocabulary that we need in order to call them out. Because most of us as men respond to women irritating us that way with escalating or shutting down. Nah, G, it's 2023, we calling everybody out. So ladies, if a man is showing you that he doesn't want to be with you or saying that he doesn't want to be with you, and you're constantly trying to show him otherwise as to why you're a great woman, that's also a form of emotional coercion, based upon the expectation that simply because you are performing femininity, this man is supposed to be attracted to you or want to settle with you. If y'all want me to keep it a lean bean, on the women's side, that's where a lot of these niggas ain't shit conversations is coming from. It's an unspoken expectation that men are supposed to put their partner's emotional needs before their own.